Now, the jury has been dismissed for the day after starting deliberations in the case of Brandon Roberts, accused of murdering a Bethel woman he met on a dating app. Emily Todd's body was discovered face down in the sand by the public dock in Bridgeport in December of 2018. News 12 Connecticut's Marissa Alter is at the courthouse where both sides made their closing arguments to a packed courtroom. Marissa?
Hey, Roxanne, there is no dispute that Brandon Roberts shot and killed Emily Todd. Both sides agree to that. The issue here, though, is why he did so. The defense is arguing extreme emotional distress, which, if proven, would allow for that murder charge to be lessened to manslaughter. Here's a little of what the jury heard today before getting the case.
It's a simple story. The defendant was done with Emily Todd, but wanted the last of her money. He killed her to keep her from calling the police when he stole her ATM card and drove off in her car to take her last $450.
State's Attorney Joseph Corradino described Emily Todd as a smitten and trusting 25-year-old woman who never saw her death coming. Brandon Roberts, a man she'd had a brief on-again, off-again relationship with, wanted to meet her one last time.
He took her by surprise. He was standing behind her, and he shot her in the back of the head. Up close and personal.
Roberts allegedly took her debit card, car, and phone, then fled to Ohio where he was arrested. But public defender Joseph Bruckman argued Roberts was under extreme emotional distress when he killed Todd.
While the big story may be about Emily, in this trial, like it or not, the trial centers on his emotional and mental state.
Roberts testified last week he was struggling with the death of his mother and was suicidal. His relationship added additional stress. Bruckman reminded the jury Roberts confessed to police and has cooperated.
Brandon has been consistent in telling everyone that he doesn't know why this happened. If the shooting was based on something other than an overwhelming flood of emotions, you think you'd be able to put a label on it. You wouldn't have to say, I don't know. You could have said, I needed the money. That's pretty simple.
But Corradino countered this was a carefully controlled murder and cover-up.
Everyone breaks up. Everyone will lose their parents someday. Is that really extreme emotional disturbance?
Now, along with murder, Roberts is also charged with felony murder, robbery, and carrying a pistol without a permit. The defense is asking the jury to just find him guilty of manslaughter and carrying a pistol without a permit. The jury continues deliberations here tomorrow morning. In Bridgeport, Marissa Alter, News 12 Connecticut.